So this is the first interview of the Captain's Formula One League, and with me is Giorgio,
Hello.
who are second of the second Grand Prix in Bahrain. The first question is, what were your expectations and your strategy before the race? What had you in
So
mind?
yeah, for the expectations, I after qualifying, which I qualified first, which was hectic because it was really close between the top three. Then
Yeah.
coming to the race, I was hoping to get a podium because I saw some guys were gonna start on mediums and I was gonna start on softs. So I knew I probably wasn't on the right strategy. And yeah, that happened to be the case because I just went softs to medium and then again to medium, and that wasn't the fastest strategy, especially after the safety car. But yeah, somehow I managed to come back to P2, so that was good in the end.
Okay. Yeah. And of talking about the qualifying, there were just some small seconds, 1,000 seconds between you first three. I think Ace of Spades were just 3,000 behind you, and Javan Dirk were 18,000 seconds behind you. What do you think about it?
Yeah, it was crazy because the first two runs, I think I was after the first two runs I was P1, so I was pretty comfortable with like believe a couple of tenths ahead of everybody, and then all of a sudden they put in two really good laps. I was P2, I think, right before the last attempt, and I knew I had to find time somewhere. And coming to the very last corner, I was up on my on my best, and but I knew I wanted to gain some more time, but also I didn't want to mess up the lap. So it was really hectic. And then seeing that I only got pulled by 3,000s, that was really good. I enjoyed that.
Yeah. Okay. So also I want a closer look to one incident of you and DK in the round 21 at the curve 8. You crashed, well, not really crashed, but touched DK. Well, what do you have to say about that?
Yeah, so I believe that was right after my last pit stop, and I was on fresher tires. I was much quicker than DK, so I was catching him. After the first sector, I gained, I think, almost a second. Before the S's, I was really like close to him, and in the exit of the S's, I had a lot of bigger speed advantage. So I was sort of forced to make the move in turn 8, I believe it was. It all went well. I mean, he left me the space on the inside. I went onto the curb, to make sure not to touch him. But then on the exit, I think I got on the power a little bit too early and sort of slightly understeered into him. Fortunately, we only like grabbed tires, so I got some oversteer, and then we could continue and overtook him afterwards. But yeah, that was really close.
Okay, good. Then I have only a last question now. What is your opinion about the complete race?
What do you mean the complete race? On the whole race?
Yeah, on the whole race, the qualifying and the race.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, after Australia, which I won, quite unexpectedly because I was starting last. I knew I had the pace compared to the others, but I knew that I could fight for the win, but it was really close. And after quali was really good, although it was really close again. Into the race, I think my strategy wasn't perfect, and also I played it safe a little bit. I didn't push too much during the race because I was afraid of getting penalties, for track extension and stuff like that. So I try to play it safe. I think if I went a bit more aggressive through the whole race, I think I could have gotten the win since it was only I think 2 seconds was the gap to P1, which I think was J. But yeah, all in all, I'm quite happy with how it went, especially because of the championship. It's looking good.
No, okay, and you don't had in the beginning there was a big crash, but you wouldn't you were not involved, right?
Yeah, yeah. I saw. I mean, my teammate Cheese, he got involved in that, and he told me that it was a huge crash. Fortunately, I started on the front, so I didn't get involved. But yeah, I know that many people got the races during that. Also, I think Xavi, who's my who was fighting for the championship with me. So yeah, that was lucky for me, and not so lucky for him.
Okay, yeah. Okay, then thank you very much for being here and thank you for the interview.
Thank to you. It was really fun. Thank you.
So here are the third of the race in Bahrain, DK. And my first question for you is, what were your expectations and strategy before the race?
I think my goal is just to be as consistent as possible. I'm not the fastest driver in the league, obviously. So I was just trying to get a points finish, really. Qualified 8th, I believe, which was okay. It's about par for me. And we got a really good start, was able to pass a few cars right off the line. And then obviously we had that safety car. So that changed the strategy a little bit. Within the first lap, me and my teammate were discussing some strategies, and we both decided that we thought the best one would be to go on mediums right within the first lap. So we pitted, went on the mediums, and it paid off. I think that was really what got me a top 3 finish. Of course, there was some unfortunate events at the end of the race, but overall, I really think it boiled down to first lap pit stop changing for mediums. So I'm happy we did that.
So let's talk about the qualifying. In the qualifying, the first 3 were really close together, but you started from the 8th place and you made 5th place good. Was it really hard for you, or yeah, how was it for you?
I would say qualifying was okay for me. I think I could have squeezed out a couple more tenths and maybe went up a few positions. But like I said earlier, my teammate Jay, Giorgio, Savi, Ace of Spades, ETO1, even though he's not in the league anymore, those guys are pretty quick. So I don't think it's realistic to, at this time, be setting lap times that fast. So like I mentioned, I was just looking for a solid midfield start. Like I said, I think I could have done a little bit better than 8th, but overall, I was pretty happy with that starting position. It was about the same place as in Australia, and I'm happy I was able to be consistent. So
Okay, yeah. Then there was an incident between you and Giorgio at the 21st lap in the curve 8. Giorgio bumped a bit into you, and yeah, what is your view on that?
yeah, right. I'm looking at it right now. I think it was just I wouldn't even classify it as an incident.
Okay.
Obviously, Giorgio was looking for the overtake, and I left him space, and barely touched. I'm just watching it now, trying to get a different perspective on the accident or the incident. But yeah, I left him space on the inside. He hit a little bit of the curb. Our wheels barely touched, and he loses a bit of traction. But I feel like I left him the space, so I don't think there was a racing incident at all. It's just the reality of racing that close. But he was able to get me about half a lap later, so it didn't really matter anyway.
Yeah. Good. Then so what me also interest is the first big crash. Did you really recognize it? What happened there?
Are you talking about the start line pileup?
Yeah, the start, the really first.
I got pretty lucky because, like I said, I was able to get a really good start, and Zavi, who was right in front of me, but he was on mediums and I was on softs.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that played a part in me getting a better start, but I was able to pass him, and then I was able to pass somebody else on the outside or on the inside, sorry. And it turned out that Olsen, Bieber hit Zavi. So if I didn't get such a great start, there's a good chance that I might have been in that pileup. But I was able to avoid it. I didn't look behind me, so all I can talk about is what I saw in the replay. And
Okay.
yeah, it's unfortunate, obviously, that half of the field got taken out, but
It's true.
that's, I guess, the reality. It happens. Thankfully, nobody retired, and everyone was able to continue racing. But like I said, that kind of played nicely into Jay and I's strategy. We were able to pit right away, get some fresh mediums because our softs were pretty worn from qualifying.
Okay.
And yeah.
Good. Okay, so the last question is your opinion on all about the race, the qualifying and the race.
Okay, I think qualifying was good actually. Compared to Australia, I would say, like, in terms of a group, I think everybody was a lot more fair. People I noticed were moving over during hot laps, so that people who were trying to set a time could do so without crashing. I think there was maybe a few minor incidents, but overall it was pretty good. In terms of the race, for me personally, and for our team, it went really well. We were able to stay out of most of the accidents, except for, like I said, a couple minor fights or small touches between wheels. But overall, it was good. It's unfortunate though that the front runner on the final lap got taken out by a back marker. That's pretty much the only reason why I'm doing this interview, because I would have finished fourth otherwise. But that happens, and there's not much.
So did you got blocked by some back markers?
Not me personally, no.
Okay.
Yeah, all the back markers were able to move out of the way for me. I never really had an issue with that, actually, so I thought that was pretty good. I did notice when I watched the replay on Captain's channel, you can see that the front runner, I think it was AT01 on the 29th lap. So just out of turn 3 on the front straight there, or the straight out of turn 3, he got taken out by a back marker who, I guess, rejoined the track in an unsafe manner.
Oh, that's possible.
That
I think also what we are already investigating with the captains of one team is that some of the back markers were AI drivers. So it's not really someone's fault. The problem is that the AI is a bit how to say mad. Yeah, and unfortunately we can't really punish someone for that. So it's the bad software programmation of the AI that probably made the crash of AT01, but we don't have a clear view on the crash. So that's really unfortunate, and we are sorry for that. But that's the AI, and So do you have something else to say, or?
No, I think that's it for me.
Okay, then.
No,
I made all my questions. That's it. Thank you very much for being here and for the interview.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
And now in the interview is Jay van Dijk. Did I pronounce it right?
Yeah, it's right.
Okay, good.
They said in the first video Jay van Dijk, so.
Okay, Jay van Dijk.
Yeah, it's Jay van Dijk. Dijk.
Dijk. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a bit complicated.
No, I laughed about it, so.
Okay, good. Okay. Well, in the last of the 2 interviews, I started with expectations and strategy. But for you, the first question is, what is your opinion all around this race in Bahrain?
Yeah, it was really fun to drive, and I needed. Yeah, the first corner I get the 5-second time penalty for colliding with George Juan. I hit him. I give him a kiss. I go immediately to the pit, and get my penalty off, and then I put the tires on, and then I just go long on the medium tires, and yeah, the rest was it was a good race, also for my teammate.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so what was your expectations and strategy in this race?
Yeah, I saw that it was maybe a two-stop, and yeah, I did a two-stop, so it was pretty good. I wanted to go on the hard, but I was really good on the medium tires,
Yeah.
and
Okay. Yeah.
it was yeah, I had a pace. I didn't make any big mistakes. Only I lost my front wing a little bit
Yeah.
to I don't know what his name was, the Minsku.
Adaminsku.
Yeah, I was just going. I wanted to overtake him, but or it was a lag, or he just breaks a little bit earlier. So yeah, from lap 7 to 29, I had a little bit of front wing damage.
Okay.
So
yeah, I saw in lap 7 at corner 10 that he came out of the track and got back in. Were that the point where the front wing got broken, or was it
no, it
early?
was after the second DRS zone and then the break point.
Okay. Well, I don't have really in mind where that was, but okay. I also have in mind that when you overtook him, that he shortly bumped after into you. What could you tell us more about it?
Yeah, I just overtook him, and then we will go almost side by side, and I didn't think he saw me in the at the inside of the corner, and he just turned in, and yeah, that was it.
Okay. So what can I ask more? Yeah, the sure qualifying was also really interesting because you, Ace of Spades in Georgia, had a really close time. So
Yeah,
there were like 18,000 seconds just between you and Giorgio. How did you get so fast?
yeah, I'm just practicing a lot, and yeah, I was just going to push really hard, and then the third sector, yeah, I saw that I get a lot of time, yeah, and then I was on pole. I thought that was it, but then I saw the two names above me. I thought, yeah, how that happened,
Yeah,
and I saw the time between us. So
yeah,
yeah, I think,
so really, yeah,
it was a good.
in the last seconds of the qualifying. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so I thought, yeah, it was a fun qualifying to drive.
Yeah,
So
good.
not so.
Okay, good. So yeah. Also, how was the start of the race for you? You didn't got really involved in all the struggle, right?
Yeah, I got a good start. I had the two in front of me. What was not too bad, but I couldn't catch him, and then I just brake a little bit too late. So I touched Giorgio, and then I get the 5 second time penalty.
Okay, yeah.
And I saw later a video of Colin Wee that he says that he get sandwiched by the two
Sandwich, yeah, by the two
Porsches.
Porsches. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, from my teammate, yeah, he couldn't go. He just went for it for the inside, and I saw that Colin Wee also blocked his front tire on the right. Then he gets into my side, and I didn't feel it. So
Yeah.
and yeah, my teammate just gets a little bit. He gets a warning for cutting
Okay.
corner. So
Okay.
yeah, but it was all
Yeah.
good.
Okay, good.
Only in the back it was a bit messy. So
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Luckily, I think we didn't we had some disconnect, but I think it doesn't had influenced the race so much. Yeah. Do I have more questions? No, I think that was it for today. Do you have something to say, or?
no, only about that I was catching the leader. I was at 2.3 seconds behind him, and then I thought, yeah, it was the last lap. Then he
Yeah,
crashes. So
Yeah, the incidents with the AT01 too. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. Yeah. Now I have a last question. How was the fight between you and AT01? It seems that AT01 were in the last round really ahead of you a lot of time. Did you had the feeling that you could catch up with him?
Yeah, I only needed to push harder earlier in the race
Okay.
because I did that 2.3 seconds. I couldn't get it in the last lap, so
Okay.
my tires were not dead, but he had hards on, and that was more sliding, I think.
Okay, yeah, I understand. Okay, good. Okay, so thank you for the interview,
Yeah,
and yeah, see you next race in China.
that's gonna be right.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you do.
Bye.
Bye.
Also, thank you to everybody else who's participating in the league. And if you listening to this interview on SoundCloud, then for the next time you can download it and listen to it offline. And also think of following us and also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Captain's F1 League, and see you in the next race. Thank you.